hidden beneath the rainforest for centuries, a civilization that learned to master the jungle. The greatest surprise wasn't simply that people had lived here, it was how they survived. For generations, scientists believed the Amazon's naturally poor soils could never support large populations. But ancient Amazonians found a solution. Instead of accepting the soil they were given, they created better soil. Archaeologists call it terra preta, or Amazonian dark earth, by mixing charcoal, food waste, and broken pottery into the ground. Over many generations, these communities produced soil that remained fertile for centuries. Even today, more than 1,000 years later, some areas of terra preta are still richer than the surrounding rainforest soil. It was an extraordinary achievement. Rather than fighting nature, they improved it. The forest was not their enemy. It became their partner. And that partnership allowed communities to grow in ways earlier researchers thought impossible. The Amazon had not prevented civilization. In many places, it had helped shape a unique one. The roads no one was supposed to find. The first discoveries were astonishing. But what came next completely changed the picture. As archaeologists expanded LiDAR surveys across more regions, they noticed something remarkable. The settlements weren't isolated, they were connected. Long, perfectly straight roads stretched across the rainforest. Some extended for several kilometers. Many were built on raised earth, allowing people to travel even during the rainy season when the land flooded. These weren't random paths created by generations of walking. They were engineered, planned, constructed with purpose. Building roads through one of the world's densest rainforests would have required enormous effort. This was not the work of a few families. It was the work of organized communities cooperating over many years. The rainforest had hidden not only cities, but an entire transportation network, a different kind of civilization. When people imagine ancient civilizations, they often think of towering pyramids or marble temples. The Amazon tells a different story. Here, survival depended on adapting to nature rather than overpowering it. Instead of carving mountains into monuments, ancient Amazonians reshaped the landscape itself. They built wide ceremonial plazas, raised living platforms, and created canals that managed water throughout the seasons. Their cities looked different from those of Egypt or Rome, but different did not mean simple. For centuries, that achievement went unnoticed because wood decayed and the forest quietly reclaimed everything. Life inside the lost settlements. Imagine waking before sunrise. Mist hangs over the rainforest. Smoke rises from cooking fires as families begin another day. Farmers head toward carefully managed fields. Craftsmen shape pottery, weave baskets, and children learn the knowledge inherited from generations before them. While archaeologists cannot reconstruct every detail, excavations reveal communities that were organized and deeply connected to their environment. These were not temporary camps. They were places where generations lived, worked, traded, and built lasting communities. The discovery that changed history. For more than 100 years, one idea dominated. The Amazon was too difficult for civilization. Then the evidence began to accumulate. Roads, earthworks, engineered soils. Together, they forced archaeologists to ask entirely new questions. How many people once lived here? How many settlements remain hidden beneath the forest? Every new expedition adds another chapter. Every LiDAR survey reveals another mystery. And every excavation reminds us that history is never truly finished. Sometimes, it is simply waiting to be rediscovered.